Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. So in today's video, I thought that I would do another bridal tutorial with you guys because believe it or not, I'm getting married in a year. That's crazy. That's so bizarre. I don't even remember the last time I filmed my bridal tutorial, but I know that I was not almost a year away from my wedding, and that's so insane. I don't even have my rings on. I can't believe that it's literally been so long since I filmed the bridal tutorial, and I was in Sephora the other day and I was just like, wow, I really need to start. It sounds like an excuse because I'm addicted to buying makeup to begin with, but I really have to start buying makeup to test it out. So, I mean, I do have a couple of products that I already know that I'm going to use off the bat, but I don't know what look I'm going for, and I think I kind of have an idea. So this is for the bride who wants a natural but glam makeup look. It's not going to be super dark and intense. There's no winged liner. I have a gripe with wedding makeup and the winged liner. I don't know what it is. It's just my opinion. I'm not saying that it looks ugly. I'm not saying that there's a problem with it. But for me personally, I'm just like, a winged liner for your wedding? I don't know. Let me put my brows on while I chat with you guys, because this is something that really made me decide if I was going to do my own wedding makeup, because there were so many people that I really wanted to use for my wedding, but their bridal looks were beautiful, don't get me wrong, but I felt like I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can do it. And I'm just speaking about the eyes. I'm just talking about the eye makeup. I'm just saying that, like, you know, if they were constantly looking the same, or if they were different and each person was different, then I would say, yeah, fine. But I don't know. And then the bridal makeup with winged liner absolutely bothers me, and I don't know why. I can't tell you why. I'm okay with just like a line, just, you know, thicken the lash line, hide the lash band. But a winged liner, I feel like a winged liner is just kind of like date night, out to dinner, clubbing kind of makeup. I could be wrong, but personally, that's just how I feel, and I know that that's why you do a trial with your makeup artist, and I know that's why you say, hey, like, I don't want a winged liner. And that's totally fine, but for me, I couldn't find a makeup artist that didn't not use liner and did not have a bridal makeup look without winged liner. It was just constantly winged liner, and it was always black. And for me, if I'm going to use a winged liner, I mean, don't get me wrong, I have a black liner here today to try out and see, you know, if it's good or not, but there's just something about bridal looks with a winged liner. I feel like it's just not bridal-esque, but like I said, that's my opinion. I do have some liners here today, and I am going to use some liner, but it's not going to be a winged liner. Like I said, I'm totally cool with liner covering your lash band, making your upper lash line look thicker, but just for, I don't know, maybe because I don't love the way I look with winged liner. And I feel like winged liner is also kind of hard to master on other people. So also it gives me like anxiety when I see a liner. When I see a bridal makeup look and they have winged liner and it's not even. Or like one, I don't know. I'm not trying to shit on anybody's artistry. Everybody, you know, does their own thing, and everybody has their own signature look. Like, I follow so many makeup artists that do absolutely beautiful looks, you know, but you know, some makeup artists just don't have the same style as I do. Like, a lot of makeup artists I've noticed how, like, really love a nice bright under eye, or they like, you know, less blush, or, you know, there's so many different things. And honestly, like, this is kind of what made me decide to do my own makeup. Like, I know what I like, and I might be going off on a tangent here. I probably am, actually, but I'm just filling my brows in. This is the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. As much as I love like a feathery brow look, I think that it doesn't photograph very well. And when I say that, I say it like brows kind of look very sparse, and it looks like there's bald spots in there when I do like a feathery look, which is cool from day to day, but like in professional photography, I don't think it looks the greatest. And this is also a good practice as well because I'm also taking some engagement photos on Monday, which is super exciting. I already took some engagement photos with my brother-in-law, who's a photographer. But these next engagement photos that we're taking is actually with our wedding photographer. So we get to meet him, you know, we get to, you know, feel him out, learn his kind of vibe, you know, see how he works. And we've seen his work, we love it, that's why we picked him. You know, so I'm excited, and I'm probably going to do this same kind of makeup look. I've been trying to get my brows as even as possible because this brow always has like this little divot right here. So I've been trying to get them as even as possible. So I'm also going to just carve out my brows real quick with a little bit of my foundation. I'm going to go in with 2 foundations today, but I'm going to use my stick foundation, my Makeup Forever, my tried and true. I haven't used it in so long, so I'm really excited to use it today. And I just like carving out my brow with whatever foundation I'm going to use. I just find that it makes it a little bit more uniform. And then if I'm going in, which I am going to go in with a lighter concealer, it's not super bright. Okay, and now we're going to go in with some concealer. I'm using the Dose of Colors concealer. I'm going to use that one on my face today as well. I think it's a great concealer. It's really, really nice. It's a little bit more matte. I find it to be a little bit more matte than Tarte Shape Tape. But again, my opinion, everything I say, please take it with a grain of salt. I say this in every single video, but please just take it with a grain of salt because what works for me may not work for you. Products that I'm using might be your favorite, and I might say I hate them. So just remember that, okay? This is the Makeup by Mario Master Pigment Pro Pencil, and this is in the shade The Perfect Brown. I like brown. If you like black, go for it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the back of my hand. I'm going to warm it up on the back of my hand. I'm going to take a brush, a liner brush, and pick it up off my hand. You can obviously use a palette, but this is how I'm going to apply it. And I'm just going to push it up against my lash line. I find that this doesn't make it as harsh, but just kind of like that. And take a little bit more off the pencil. See the highlight? I already prepped my skin, if you guys were wondering. So this glow you got here, freaking skin prep. Eyeshadow palettes, I kind of already know what I'm using. I absolutely love these Makeup by Mario palettes. I think they're great. I love the quality of his shadows. And then obviously what you know that I love Natasha Denona. I have the Biba palette here, probably my favorite Natasha Denona palette. It is absolutely gorgeous, absolutely worth the price tag. I have to be honest with you. I absolutely love the Makeup by Mario palettes. This is the matte palette, and then I also have the shimmer palette as well. Master Metallics. This is the Metallics palette. So what's the other one called? The one with the 5. I don't know. Pigments? I don't know. But this one, absolutely stunning as well. So I have an idea in mind. We're just going to try and execute it. So I'm going to grab this shade right here in the Master Mattes palette. I'm going to assume that this is Matte 2. We are going to take this on a 227 Luxe Soft Definer from Zoeva. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly tap off the excess. And I'm just going to push this in my crease, but in my outer crease. And then blend the rest of the product on the brush towards my nose, so towards the inner corner. I want most of any shadow, any product on the outer portion of my eye, so the outer corner area. So again, we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to build it up just in the outer corner, and then with any excess, bring it towards the inner corner. I want there to be some sort of definition in the crease, but I don't want the crease to be overpowered by shadow, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to show you why too. So I'm going to do that one more time, just kind of building it up. I like this shade. It's more of like a natural type of shade, so it's going to look really, really pretty. And then I'm going to kind of follow the deepness of the shades. So now I'm going to go into this shade, which I'm going to guess is matte 4. But we're going to go ahead and pick this one up. And it's a little bit more on the warm side. And I'm going to pick it up with my Smith 247 brush. And we are just going to throw this in the outer corner. And we're just going to pack it on right there. I know you're probably like, so why did you apply the liner first? And I applied it first so when I start to blend it out, I have these base colors down, which I guess you can do before, but because my lid was still wet, I wanted to apply the gel pencil anyway, so it would kind of have the same consistency. Because I feel like when I'm applying shadow and then I go in with a gel pencil and I try to blend it out, it gets a little bit patchy and it doesn't blend out, kind of skips, because it's like cream consistency on top of powder, and I feel like it just doesn't mesh very well. So again, and then with whatever is left over on the brush, you can also start to sweep in towards your eye. So you should have something like this. I want to keep the darkness and the definition around this area. So now I'm actually going to skip over this shade and I'm going to jump straight to this one. And with this one, I'm going to take a more smaller brush and we are going to start smoking out this outer corner, but closer to the lash line. All right, I'm going to pack on the color with this brush. It's just a shader brush. I'm going to pack this on right here. Okay, so we should have something like this. I'm going to go back in with a Smith 247 with that same color, and we're actually just going to start and blend this out, diffuse it. We don't want any harsh lines. That's super important. So just pick up a little bit more of that deeper shade and just throw it right here. I have smaller eyes, so I want more of the definition in the outer corner. If you have larger eyes, you can bring it more towards the center of the lid, but I just want to stick it right. I just want to keep it in this area, really diffuse it out. And we're going to go back in with that Luxie 227 and that second shade, matte 4, and just kind of like blend it out right around here. I'm barely touching my skin. The pressure is super light. I'm holding the brush pretty low on the handle, and then with whatever is left, we're always going to bring it in towards the inner corner. So I feel like it's looking a little bit neutral gray, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up this shade from the palette. This is matte 8, and we're just going to pick it up a little bit, tap off the excess. I'm trying to tap it off lightly because I get so many comments that I'm too aggressive with this, but I'm just going to go ahead and now blend out the outer corner. Like I said, light pressure. And then I'm just going to go ahead and deepen up this again with that same dark shade. I don't want to bring that dark shade up into the crease. That's what I'm really trying to avoid. Really, really lightly cut the crease. And when I say lightly cut the crease, I don't want it to be a super stark line, and I want to prepare the lid because I am going to make it a matte lid. So I'm just going to take my concealer again, using a flat brush, and I'm just going to take it. I'm actually looking down into my mirror. It might not look like it, but I'm looking down into my mirror so I can get that whole lid. And I'm just tapping it out. You just want to take a brush with no product on it, just to kind of pick up any excess. I'm going to take matte 3 and matte 1, mix it together, and set that lid. And then just to marry this area together, I'm going to take matte 2 and matte 4 and just lightly tap right here. It's a little bit more dramatic than I anticipated it to be, but I think it will die down. Brown liner. This is by Benefit. This is their roller liner. This is the brown one, and I'm going to take it and just line this part of my eye. And I love using a dark brown because then you don't have to take the liner necessarily all the way to the outer edge. Because you have the dark brown shadow, it kind of just like blends together. I'm still going to lightly tap it to the outer corner, but I just love that it kind of just blends together. I like a matte liner. If you feel like it's not as matte as you'd like it, you can go in with a matte black shadow, a matte brown shadow. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this matte brown shadow, which is matte 10. I'm going to mix it with matte 6, and we're just going to mix it together. And I'm just going to push this right here, like right where the liner is on the lid. You could also do the liner with shadow as well. I just decided to go in with a liquid liner. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera, and I'll be right back. We're back. I have both eyes done. So I'm not going to put lashes on right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is now, I don't always do this because I have really, really small lashes. I am just going to give them a quick little curl because I also don't love applying false lashes and then my lashes are like pointing down. So I just give them a little curl. I'm testing out some waterproof ones. So if you guys have any recommendations for waterproof mascaras, let a girl know because I probably will cry. So this is the Milk Kush Mascara and I'm applying this first. And I'm gonna just let that marinate there and we're gonna move onto the face. Okay. I feel like I need to put my hair back, but I'm not going to. For primer, I'm gonna use this guy. This is new. I'm still trying to see if I like it or not. This is the Dior Backstage. This is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Glow, and I'm pretty sure this is waterproof. So that's why I'm using it. So I want it to stay locked. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this, add some more glow to the skin. My gripe with this is the scent. It's like I'm putting flowers on my face. I'm rubbing flowers on my face, and that's what it smells like. It's a very, very, very fragrant, and it's very, very potent as well. So if you guys don't love like florally scents, do not use this. So for my base, we're gonna do something different. So I'm gonna use cream products for my base, and then we're gonna go in with some liquids on top. So I'm gonna go in with my Makeup Forever stick. I'm gonna pick it up on a brush. Get it, work it in there. And we're gonna go here with it. I know this looks weird, but trust me. I'm basically applying it like highlighter, like I would concealer. I'm actually gonna carve out my brow so I don't blend on top of my brow. Well, I don't blend the top of my brow away. Bear with me a second because now I'm going to go in with my RCMA Shinto palette. So I'm going to go in with this on a brush. This is my new favorite brush. Like, I'm absolutely obsessed with it, and I swear you can do a whole makeup look with just this brush. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this side, which is kind of like the concealer looking side, and I'm going to actually use this to apply everything to my face. So I'm going to go in with these 3 shades right here. Really kind of like mix them all together. And we're gonna draw, and I know this looks pretty warm, but this is just the underpainting process. You best believe we're gonna make our neck look skinnier. And I'm actually gonna start blending it out. I'm gonna take a tiny bit of my Dose of Colors concealer. And I'm gonna take the fluffier side of the Makeup by Mario brush and start blending this out. I know I look crazy and I know I'm just blending, but I'm literally just blending everything out just so we can kind of get everything to blend together. For foundation, I'm going in with this guy. This is the Shiseido Synchro Skin. We are going to take a pump of this. We're going to start with a pump of it. Take a pump of it, maybe a pump and a little bit. Big beauty blender. This is the Dose of Color sponge. And I'm going to use this down my neck. You can use a brush for this. I personally like using a beauty blender. Can you guys see that definition in that neck? I blended it out. Always go like this. And make sure you blend out your jawline. Go above your nose. And now you're just going to take whatever is left on the sponge and go around everything you just did. I'm going on the hairline because it's pretty warm right now. Okay, I'm gonna come in so you guys can see my skin. My skin looks really, really good, but we're not gonna stop there. I'm gonna take a pinch of torn shade tape right here in the center. Here. This is 20 Light Sand, if you guys were wondering, and then the concealer shade in Dose of Colors was 07. My Shiseido shade is 130 Opal. I'm actually just going to take a little, like half a pump more of this, and just rub it into that brush. And we're just going to go ahead and make sure everything is blended. And I always like to go over the jawline because I literally have nightmares about the demarcation line on your jawline. It's just so crazy. This might seem like a lot, but I'm testing a theory, guys. I'm just testing a theory. I'm taking a pump of this Kevyn Aucoin Skin Illuminating the Etherealist Foundation. Because it is way cooler, it's more like neutral cool, I'm going to place that right here. And we're actually going to go in with this right here. It's all about layering. Like I layered with cream first and then I went in with liquid. Like it's all about layering, and as long as you use a light hand with it, it's going to mesh together really, really well. I'm just using this because I felt like that RCMA palette was just a little bit too warm for my liking. I wanted a little bit more shadow. Warmth is really good if you want to bronze your skin, because bronzer typically has more red in it. You know, hit with sun, it gets red. Like we get sunburn, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say? So when you want shadow and definition, you gotta go in with something a little bit cooler. I'm going to take a pinch of this again, but this is just for my nose. So with my nose contour, I've been noticing a couple of things. And starters, I have obviously a bump right here on my nose. I want Botox right here so bad, just to pinch it up like a non-surgical nose job, right? I'm just going to use a concealer brush. So I was bringing a lot of the contour up here, but I noticed that when I brought it in here, I have more of a divot on this side than I do on this side. So it kind of was making my nose look like it was broken. I don't know if that anybody else can tell, but. And I'm going to let that marinate there. We're going to blend out the concealer. That fell. you guys tell my nose, it looks slimmer here. I am just going to take that rest of that product right here in the inner part of the eye, but I'm not going to connect it here. I feel like just the natural shadow will kind of create it. Before I apply any powder, I'm going to go in a little bit with this guy. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Hollywood Finish. And we're just going to put this here. Anywhere I want a little bit of a glow. And I'm actually just going to blend that in with my finger, because I don't want that beauty blender to pick up any of the product underneath. So we've obviously applied cream bronzer, cream contour. We've already applied our foundation. Now before I go in with powder, I'm going to go in with a cream blush, because I just feel like that's your best bet. You know, obviously blush is the first thing that fades on your face. So if you go in with a really nice cream blush and then a powder. So I'm going to go in with these two by Rare Beauty. This is Bliss and Joy. I'm just mixing a little dot of Joy and a little bit more Bliss together on the back of my hand. It creates a really gorgeous color. I also really like the Charlotte Tilbury blush bombs for this as well. You guys can go in with whatever you want, and I'm going to take this more towards the temple and the apples of my cheeks. But like I said, blush is the first thing that does fade on your face, so it is okay to go in a little heavier handed with it at first, because it's just going to fade really beautifully throughout the day, especially if you apply a cream blush first. And I like applying it with my fingers because my fingers are quite warm, and the warmth of my finger is just going to help blend everything together. And with whatever is left over, I like to bring towards the apples of my cheeks, but I really like blush more towards the temple. It gives it a nice flush color. Just going over the nose a little bit, because I don't like when blush kind of just starts and stops here. And before you set anything, go over everything with your beauty blender. This is key. It's going to pick up any excess product. And now we're going to go in with powder. I'm going to mix these two. These are by Huda Beauty. I'm going to mix Cupcake and Pound Cake. I'm going to pick it up on my sponge, and I'm going to tap the excess product in my hand. Blend everything out with our second sponge. We do not want to set these creases. And I'm looking up so I don't crease again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the outer corner and work my way in. I'm going to really press. I'm going to press around my smile lines, and we're going to press it into the forehead, and I'm actually going to press it on top of my nose as well. And we're going to take Charlotte Tilbury and an angled brush. We're going to swirl into Charlotte Tilbury, right? Tap up the excess, and we're going to push the product. We're not going to swipe, we're going to push the product. I'm going to take a dabble of this, and when I say a dabble, I mean a dabble. This is the Makeup Forever powder foundation. I'm going to push the same brush into it, but I'm also going to tap it off, and I'm just going to use this under here and on my neck. I don't feel dry. I don't feel dry at all. I'm going to go in with some setting spray. I'm going to layer the setting spray now. All about layering, I'm telling you, you guys. This is going to be the longest video ever, so I'm sorry. This is the Hourglass Soft Focus. And we're just going to let that sit for a sec. We're going to go in with a touch of bronzer just to, you know, make sure we didn't lose the dimension in the face. I'm going to take my Marc Jacobs bronzer. This is the coconut bronzer. I don't really know what's going on with this brand. I don't know if it's being rebranded. I don't know if it's going and being discontinued. I don't really know. I'm taking this KKW Beauty brush. Again, another brand that's being rebranded. But I bought this brush when it was on sale and I thought it was really nice. So I decided to pick it up and I'm just going to tap off the excess. And we're just going to sweep it right across the forehead. Like, I'm not picking up much, but... And then same thing for down here, just a touch, a kiss, if you will. I'm going to take my sponge real quick and my Charlotte Tilbury powder. And I'm going to take it and I'm just going to bring it down the sides of my nose and the center of my nose. We are going to jump back to the eyes. So now the same thing that I did on the top is going to kind of be like what I'm doing on the bottom. So I'm going to actually go in with the darkest shade that I used, which is Matte 6. And we're going to pick it up on a really, really short, this says brow line, but it's one of those really tightly packed like eye definer brushes. And we are going to push this up against our lower lash line, really wiggling it in. And I'm only going to stop about halfway. I'm going to just dust this away on my nose. And then I'm going to go in with Matte 8 and a little bit of Matte 4, mix it together on a small pencil brush and just kind of diffuse that line a little bit. Apply a nude gel liner now in the lower waterline. This is by Makeup by Mario. I have to get close to the mirror, I'm sorry. Open the eyes a little bit. Okay, fine. So for lashes, I'm going to go in with these. They're not my first choice, but I actually don't have a pair that I want to go in with right now that I would prefer. These are Lily Lashes NYC. I like that they flare out in the end. That's why I'm going to use them. There's nothing I hate more than seeing an absolutely gorgeous makeup look and the lashes aren't properly on the eye. There's nothing I hate more where like someone doesn't cut the outer corner so it's like, you know, obviously the same shape as their eye, like the same size, the same length, because let's face it, these lash lines, these lash bands are really, really long on some, and you don't just apply it right from the, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. So I'm going to let this dry. Now, what I really wanted to do was pop something right in the center, which you obviously still can. I have some items here I'll just show you real quick. These are by both Makeup by Mario. These are his Master Crystal Reflectors. I've used these before on my channel. They're absolutely beautiful. They have, he has a couple of different shades. I think he's got one more shade, it's like a rose gold. So this is Quartz and this is Citrine. They're basically just like a really pretty glitter reflective. They stay really nicely on your hands. I actually might just pop some on. I wasn't going to do this because I didn't want fallout on my lashes, but let's just pop some on. It's not like bam in your face. It's beautiful. It just catches the light, and I just wanted it right in the center. It's okay if it goes into the crease a little bit. You don't even have to do this for your ceremony. You can do this for, you know, the reception. You could do this like if you change your dresses and you want to change your makeup look. Ugh, so gorgeous. That looks great. Other options are these guys by Artist Couture. This is the Diamond Lights Finisher, and this is in Spotlight Glitz. This is also in Golden Hour. I find these to be a little bit more on the chunkier side. They're a little bit more of a chunkier glitter, but they're beautiful as well. I absolutely love them. For a bottom lash mascara, I'm going to go in with MAC Giga Black Lash. I've actually been using this, been loving it recently. Really, really nice mascara, and I'm just going to apply And we need something in the inner corners of the eye. And this is why I love this palette from Makeup by Mario, because this one has such beautiful shades in here. Do you see how stunning this is? I love these lighter shades. Oh, it's such a beautiful palette. Pencil brush, and we're going to take this nice, really champagne-y shade. I'm going to call this Metallic 5. And a pinch of this yellow shade. Tap it off, and we're just going to lightly dust it in the inner corner. And I'm going to throw it on the brow bone. Beautiful! I'm going in with this lip liner from Huda Beauty. This is her Lip Contour 2.0. This is in the shade Honey Beige. Such a good color. So good. I love these lip liners. I have so many lip colors here. I don't know which ones to choose from. I love these lipsticks by Lawless. This is Wedding Day. Such a good shade. Also love my KKW Nude. I love this shade too. This is Child. I actually might throw that on. This is Fawn. I think I'm going to do Child. I need a gloss though. Like, I'm a gloss bitch. I need a gloss. Going back in with my lip liner just to blend this together. You can always just take a brush. And take a lip liner. I'm going to take a lip brush too and just smooth the liner out. Don't you hate the little peach fuzz you get on your lip? Like, it's not hair, it's peach fuzz. So I love these glosses by Maybelline. This is the Hyaluronic Gloss. I'm going to take it on my brush and just kind of put it right in the center of my lips. We're going to combo this blush. We're going to go in with MAC Peach Twist and Modern Mandarin. Such good blush shades. I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just tap it. For highlighter, I'm going in with this guy. You guys know, if you guys have been on my channel for a while, this is my absolute favorite freaking highlighter. This is by Hourglass. It's their Ambient Strobe Lighting Powder, and this is in Euphoric Strobe Light, and I'm just going to pick this up on a brush. This is perfect if you're the type of person that doesn't love a super intense glow. You just kind of want something like lit from within. This is what you need in your life. It's so beautiful. It's so light on the skin. It doesn't look overpowering. It just absolutely melts into the skin. It looks absolutely stunning. Okay guys, so that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite products are for long lasting. Let me know your favorite eyeshadow primers, things like that. Let me know if you guys liked this video. Let me know what kind of bridal video you guys want to see next. Do you guys want to see like what I'm actually planning on using? Do you guys want like a different kind of video? Do you guys want drugstore, affordable? Let me know, because I would be happy to do that for you guys. I didn't really want to do my hair too much because I just blew it out and straightened it, and I thought it looked really good, so that's that. But that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought. Sorry it was a long one, but it was probably well worth it for me because I absolutely loved it the way that this came out, and I definitely can see myself wearing this makeup look when I get married, just because it's very pretty. It's still a little glam because you got that, you know, because you got that definition and that deepness in the outer corner, but it's still a little bit more glam because of the little pop of glitter we did. It's also still kind of soft as well because we didn't bring any of that darkness in the inner corner as well. So I love it. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love it. I'll link my other video down below. And yeah, I'm really excited. If you guys want a wedding update, let me know. I mean, I could do that for you. I haven't really done much, but I've done some things, and I threw some glitter on my chest as well. I am wearing a shirt, so don't take me down, YouTube, because I do have a shirt on. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye.